I don't really have that much of a depth of experience to talk from. And, that shouldn't be taken seriously exactly because of the fact that, you know, principally from a philosophical standpoint, most people can sort of have like a bottle episode, like the '70s exploitation woods filming location, which serves all purposes, very cheap to film in, unlike other places that you'd have to pay for. I have this light which provides its own aesthetic. You don't have natural light in a lot of videos, I think. A lot of the light in videos is, I think it's more calming, that fact, because especially sunlight from sort of videos and that sort of combination of lighting, I think, is, to me, that's appealing. But anyway, uh, the rapport I'm trying to get across is puns, maybe puns, but the intelligentsia is something that, in its current form, right, has existed for like 10 centuries thereabouts, since the Catholic Church, really, because it used to be the Orthodox Church, right? And the Orthodox Church doesn't have as much of a purported, to me at least, culture of intellectualism. Of course, then the Protestant church has a certain work ethic and purported ingenuity to it, from the fact that it's just like independent, people going their own way, MGTOW. It's more of that American pull yourself up by your bootstraps thing. And so this is the complication with intelligentsia, is that uh, it's inseparable in our current state from sort of entertainment, and the other thing was, of course, a deference to power, because, I mean, it's a, what do you call it, nuptial, uh, pedantic form. It's a pedantic form of pedantry and pedophiles and peripheries and Pericles and peripatetics. Not much peripatetics. So my one vein was, like, entertainment. That a lot of the education system, if you actually look at the mass movement surrounding it, it's very consumerist. The whole education system, and that's where you get a lot of like streams of thought. Are we really being small c conservative enough with the way we think? Now, what I find interesting is that, a lot of artists, uh, they had their own medium in the video. Like, if you get a movie analyst, they put clips of movies. If you have an anime enthusiast, they have, anime posters or clips of anime. If you have a mixer, he's gonna have his whole mixing station in there for the aesthetic. Uh, if you have like a coder, he probably might have like his computer up, his whole rig. But the essential consolidation and sort of professionalization of entrepreneurship means that it's supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be divorced from the workforce. That's what you're interested in. You're interested in like Ty Lopez's "Hi, I'm next to my car, I'm next to my bookcase." These things divorced from workforce, that promote this view of business people as like having a hobby that anyone could get into. Anyone could have this work life balance. And in fact, that being a business owner isn't work at all. Being a business owner is the natural domain of the American people. Now, I think this is laudable in a certain view. Not these people, because obviously they're shit, but their audiences however gullible they may be, I can still appreciate that sort of mindset. Even though I personally think it's like really stupid, it's kind of honorable. Even though it's a bit, flying too close to the sun and not even really flying that much anywhere else. That was fun. Um, I have my tea here. Just a little bit left. So this is a sort of idiolect of people where the ideas really don't matter as much as the marketing. And the marketing doesn't really matter as much as the deals. And the deals don't matter as much as your comportment, your sort of uh, synchronicity with the space in question. This sort of Zen idea, Zen aesthetic, which, of course I'm approaching, and this exposes my like entertainment focus in expressing myself. None of it is evidence, but you see all these people around here, and when you get to entertainment, you have to think that a certain amount of that expresses well a bunch of people because they have the same sort of mindset encouraged by entertainment, which is, this time lapse, uh, episodic feel, which focuses around events, situations, MacGuffins, etc. These sort of mountains that matter more than the millions of molehills. So, education, I was gonna link it to something else other than entertainment, but I forget what that was, and that's a problem. But it's also, if you actually look at the scientific method and how people have criticized that, they've said that, it has this posture of falsifiability, but science only proves the sort of consistency with or changing, viscous, uh, triangulating consistency within scientific experimentation. And scientific experimentation is a limited thing that defers to certain methods of expression. Not to say that I know another method of expression, which is a fallacy that some people might come to by saying, oh, yeah, science, it's not that, it's actually sacred geometry or whatever stuff. Fucking shut up. Damn it. So, yeah, like when I get to a point where I have to like adjudicate this and that more, I get into a sort of tepid, malignant state, like a tumor, like a boil, like a pimple, like some sort of blemish. I've been trying to, yeah, I try to push back, sort of the wholly, only, solely aphoristic language, because it's not too helpful. Like, sure, if it's sort of emphatic, if it's emphasizing something like fully, only, solely, I said three words to emphasize that it's only that, fully that, solely that, it, no connections outside. It's a confusing method. It's the sort of movement I make from one island of logic to another. So aphorisms break down my sort of already stringent sense of continuity, linearity in my train of thought. I can easily have just a train of thought, which is a bunch of bullets, not like a laser, but a bunch of bullets, even shrapnel, even a backfire. I guess it's sort of angst, mostly angst. But it's an angst that it's hard to separate myself from. I guess because that's the main sort of thing I work on day to day. Media, entertainment. And I was gonna note some other connection. This proves that YouTube laughs at those who have a plan. Fact of the matter, that's really the a typical way to start a sentence. It's a typical way to start a sentence. Maybe I should stop here. Yeah, I'm unsatisfied with this. I'm gonna upload it.